Goodbyes are always difficult, but this one is going to be particularly hard because we're saying goodbye to the Range Rover Mark III, one of the most capable cars that ever existed. Released in 2002, the third generation Range Rover, internally dubbed L322, was pegged as the pinnacle of luxury, comfort and capability. It built on the fact that people wanted a car that could get them and their families to school no matter what the conditions, if, say, they lived on a floodplain or in the Arctic or Chelsea. You know Chelsea, right? Lots of fords and hills. Anyway, I digress. The Range Rover is the kind of car you buy for peace of mind. You can see out of it, there's room for people and things, it'll happily chug along the road as well as it will through the Amazon. So what's so special about this one then? Well, quite a bit actually. See, it was born at a time where Land Rover as a company was pretty confused. In the decade preceding its launch, its parent company Rover had been sold to BMW, and then later it, alongside Jaguar, was sold to Ford for a lot of money. And the thing is, during all that time, this car was in its development, so what resulted was a sort of Franken car. You see, the Range Rover we have here was designed and developed by BMW, so even though it was technically a Ford, the range came with BMW engines and electrics. Around the middle of the last decade, Jaguar engines found their way under the hood, which meant 5-litre supercharged V8s and the like. But also, Land Rover introduced a TD V8, a diesel V8. It offered pretty good performance and, for a car this size and this weight, pretty good economy too. Around the time the Jaguar engines made their appearance, the Mark III Range Rover had its first facelift. Its second, this one, appeared in 2010. The L322 did have a few issues though. They were never known as the most reliable of vehicles, especially early models, and despite the fact that it's a vast machine, it was frequently criticised for having very little rear legroom. The Mark III though was actually around for one of the most important things that ever happened to Land Rover: its sale alongside Jaguar to Tata Motors. It's possibly the best thing that could have happened to the company, especially when you look at the state it's in now. All that aside, this car was often referred to as the best car money could buy. Now forget all the reliability problems. This is the kind of car you buy when you want to drop the kids off at school and then go and climb a mountain. Doing the Westminster around off-road is incredibly fun, but it's how it makes everything seem so effortless that impresses. Yes, it's big, heavy, and in some cases can cost lots and lots of money, but when you boil the range down to its base parts, it's pretty clear to see what this car is. A game changer. It's the car that brought the British brand into proper popular culture. It's the car that the likes of BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Bentley and have all tried to imitate. It's widely regarded as being one of the best cars in the world. Personally, I think it's one of the most influential cars ever to grace our roads. But now though, the Mark IV is here to stay and its days are well and truly done. But it's okay though. I think old L322 deserves a rest. Don't you?
Time bomb, about to drop.